What the hell is up, YouTube? Lord of Houston, known as LTH, coming at you with a Thursday video. 713 Space City, we in the building. We in the mother humping building. All right, week 4 it is, right around the corner. Tennessee Titans coming to town this week. Yep, aware last time the Titans were in Houston, you know, they beat the Texans 32-27 with Will Levis under center. Outplayed Stroud, you know, despite Houston being a favorite. Yeah, it didn't feel so good, but different year, new year, different team. Both teams coming in week 4 on 3, desperate for a win. Even though I say Houston's more desperate for a win to be exact, who should be 3-0 by the way, but then again, there's a reason they deserve to be on 3 for key reasons. So I gotta say, yeah, Tennessee Titans are dealing with their issues on their own, but so are the Texans. But before I get into it, gotta shout out my boy Titan Anderson, along with his right hand man Billy Scott. Shout out to you guys. You know, and I'm saying, may the best team win. Just want to throw that out there real quick. Now let's get into it. How do the Texans finally get in a rhythm? Plus in the win column. Well, winning in the trenches on both sides of the ball, on both offense and defense for one. The Titans got Jeffrey Simmons, who was a dog, along with Tavontre Sweat, you know, straight out of UT Austin, Hook 'em Horns. And I can't sleep on it. I mean, I sleep on no team, not even the Tennessee Titans. So the Texans want to finally get in the win column, win in the trenches on both offense and defense. You know, and of course I gotta watch for the interior O line as well. And also, gotta get that run game ramped up. Take as much pressure off Stroud as possible. And of course, Stroud to Nico connection gotta get better, continue improving. And of course, get the other receivers involved. Such as Jalen Noel and Jaden Higgins. Gotta find a way to get them involved. And need to see more Woody Marks too, man. Because he really needs some touches on that football, you know. But yeah, I would say get Damian Pierce involved, but I doubt he does anything against this game. So I look at Nick Chubb and Woody Marks getting the touches, and use Damian Pierce, as a receiving back, screen plays. Just as knowing that Nick Caley, can finally fucking open up the damn playbook and stop being so damn conservative and let his nuts hang. And same as CJ Stroud, gotta have a little more confidence in his throws and accuracy, plus his swagger, and call out Nick Caley anytime he's being conservative, with the play calls. And if it means keeping Stroud handcuffed. Because if it gets to that point, it needs to get to a point that Stroud needs to take command of the play calling himself, as if he was the OC, his own offensive coordinator. Because look at Jalen Hurts and how he chewed out Kevin Patullo. I mean, that's how CJ Stroud needs to be getting on Nick Caley, because all that offensive talent and only averaging 13 points, unacceptable as hell. So, and of course, you got to protect the football. Make good decisions. If I'm C.J. Stroud, I mean, I'm gonna support Stroud no matter what, but just not gonna, kiss his ass or the Texans at that, because I don't believe in being an ass kissing fan. You know, even though I love the Texans, but not gonna be a kiss ass fan, because that's just not for me. So mistake free football, helps. And, gotta creatively open up the holes too. If it means opening up for big games, and also separation is key. Got to get the tight ends involved. Got to feed Dalton Schultz and Harrison Bryant the ball too. Get them tight ends involved, and and score 20 plus points this game. Because in the first three games, they have yet to score 20 plus points. But even with the offensive woes, the defense is like giving up under 20 points a game. Yeah, the defense had their moments when they got shredded at times, but through that, you know, they they still tend to keep grinding, and still give up under 20 points a game. So I can't be too mad about that. But could they be a lot better? Now that CJGJ is gone, I believe yes. Even with Derek Stingley potentially missing this game, which I wouldn't be surprised if he does with an oblique injury. I mean, yeah, he did get paid, but I'll rest Derek Stingley this game, at least for this game, if it means saving him for that Baltimore game, in which I can realistically see us losing once again because they don't match up well against them. But I'll get into more of that when Ravens week next week comes. But as far as the defense goes, the pass rush has to be on target. Need the impact players to do their thing. Such as Will Anderson Jr., Daniil Hunter. Even the whole D line got to eat. And and the linebackers got to eat too. Slow down the run, harass the hell out of Cam Ward, make him uncomfortable. Like, don't take this. Don't take that Titans. Not only don't take the Titans offense lightly, but don't take this Titans team lightly. Cause taking the team lightly can really bite any team in the ass, which including my Houston Texans. Hell, I mean, it's just like as a Texans fan saying don't take the Tennessee Titans lightly. Because I know they consistently had our number at NRG Stadium, but dating back to 2019 when they won like what 5 of 6, won 5 of 6 dating back to 2019 in Houston. As though the last game that Houston won versus the Titans in Houston was in 2023. Stroud's rookie year, but yeah, man, getting off to a good start is definitely key. Don't commit, minimize the penalties, and the Miko got to put the defense in better positions of getting off the field. You know, creatively calling the right defensive plays, for sure. Being more disciplined on offense and defense. You know, emotional toughness, mental toughness, physical toughness, like all around toughness. And can't let boneheaded penalties, beat you up mentally, because going around being weak minded, especially on offense, gonna have not only that the offense is gonna have a hard time sustaining drives, putting up points on the board, though the defense is gonna have a hard time getting off the field as well, no matter what. So they want to win this game. You got to play smart, complementary football. Plus got to sack the quarterback, create turnovers, and key to the offense, score 20 plus points. And Stroud gotta wake up. Gotta wake up, and have a efficient and consistently efficient game. I'm not asking them to throw 500 plus yards and through the air, but all I ask is, mistake-free football on a consistent basis. That's all I ask. Stroud can in the offense can do that. I say they should have no problems, having a good outing. But then again, Can't get my hopes up too high though, cause know how conservative and weak-minded this offense can be, which has been the case for the first 3 weeks. Which I've noticed that they picking up where they left off. Mid the late 2024 campaign. Not putting up points in the second half, which they need to do that this week as well. You know, not just in the first half, scoring, but score in the second half as well, because that's how a team can win games for sure. You know, don't just score in the first half, score in the second half as well, like 4 quarters. Like play football for 60 minutes, and take the pressure off the defense having to carry the load, because offense got to step it up in a big way, because they lose this game and they fall on forward to Cam Ward led Titans. I don't want to say it, but this 2025 season might end up being a wrap. You know, leading to the campaign going to waste, because it's already enough. It's not getting any easier. Have to go to Baltimore next week after this. Not looking too far ahead, but I'm just throwing it out there. Then after the bye week, you got to go to a Seattle, a hostile ass environment. Got to deal with that crowd noise there. Then the 49ers on Sunday, October 26th, which should have been a primetime game, by the way. But I'm not going to get too much into detail about that. So, yeah. So, all I'm asking for is to take care of business and finally get in the win column, because I do not want to go into week 5 still winless. But let's see what the hell happens, man. So, if the Texans win, I got them winning by a score of 29-17. And if the Texans do lose this game, which I hope that's not the case, it'll be at a score of 23-17. Texans lose. But let's see what happens come Sunday. So, till next video, Lord of Houston, known as LTH, checking on up out of here. 713 to Space City. I'm out.